Thank you for stopping by once again. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. Please kindly click the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. If you have subscribed, I am saying thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So I want to go straight into the video. This video has to do with one's belief. It's not a video that is compelling you to do what you don't want to do. Then again, it's a video that calls to caution. Yes, a lot is happening out there. We see a lot of things happening out there. So before you do these things, you need to have spiritual discernment. Did you partake in the video I posted on using 100 naira or 50 naira? Did you partake in that video? Did you partake in that video? Mine has started working for me by the grace of God and His mercy. Today's video is going to talk about giving to people who are mentally deranged, you understand, mad in the real sense of it. Now, most videos I post are practical. Some of them are my personal life experiences. Some of them are other persons' life experiences I know of and all that. My first encounter with someone mentally deranged was when I was in the north, when I was looking for admission into the tertiary institution. It was I don't know how the best language to use, but the struggle then was real. It was real because they have a certain number of persons that we take and all that. So I tried for the first time. I didn't secure an admission. So for the second time, now this second time, there was a new introduction of some what we call commercial courses in the institution. So the number of persons pursuing commercial courses were much. That's the first year they just introduced that into the institution. So the number of persons were in thousands. So one day I went to the market to see my aunt who sells in the market then. So I saw this madman. He was like, he's a well-known madman in the market. So he was like begging for food or something. So my spirit told me to go. I went to I sat close to him, but my senses were complete in case the 5 minutes thing come. Oh. I sat close to him and he told me to buy gari for him. Gari is like the popular gari. In case you're not watching me from Nigeria, gari is cassava. It's made from cassava. It's one of the cheapest food you can quickly get. But I'll tell you something now, it's not cheap. It's not cheap at all. But then it's one of the cheapest food you can buy with the least amount of money. So he told me to buy him gari. I bought him gari and sugar for him to drink. And I also gave him some stipend, you understand? So he asked me, he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm doing nothing." I said, "In fact, I am seeking for admission into the university." He said, "What university?" I told him the university. He said, and I said, "Oh, I would even want to, not just admission, but I would love to read economics." He said, "Okay." He just mumbled some words of prayer to me and I left. My brothers and sisters, that night I saw this madman in my dream. He told me, God will not only give you admission, but He will give you, you will be offered economics. And in that dream, I said, amen. That ends it. when the after like 2 months, the admission process came and my name came out in the department. Believe me, I was not just given, because there are other departments under the commercial accounting, management, and all that. I was not just offered admission on a platter of gold, like no godfather, no godmother, the only godfather is God. But I was offered admission, and I was opportune to be given economics as my course of study. I ran back. I went to the market again, started looking for this madman if I could see him again. I never saw this madman again. Another time I saw him, and yeah, I saw him again in my dream, then again, but I can't remember what it is. So that was it. That was my first time. The second time was last year, early last year, when I was still hawking my honey, you understand? I saw this madman, known madman in my area, and I offered him something, and he told me something. The world will hear of you for good. I didn't take it as anything. Yesterday was another one. You know, I have always taught us how to give on the first day of the month and the last day of the month on this channel. And again, we made a video on how to use coconut water and some leaf money, then go out, buy something, and give the change to someone, you understand? So yesterday, immediately I opened my gate. Look at this someone that is begging for alms, and I look at it, I said, I use a 15 naira to demonstrate my own, because I didn't have 100 naira with me. I said to myself, I will link the video for those that don't understand what I'm talking about. I said to myself, where am I even going to buy something of 10 naira to get change or something? I just removed the 15 naira. I gave it to you understand? That was what my spirit told me to do. Normally, I don't give 15 naira or 100 naira to beggars, because I know it will not buy them anything. But my spirit said it's only that 15 naira then I should give to that beggar that I saw in my gate, outside my gates, begging alms. I gave the beggar only the 15 naira. I didn't want to add anything. I just want to obey my spirit, and that is it. I went my way. I went to the market yesterday to buy some things, and I came across someone begging alms. I wanted to bring out my first day of the month alms this thing, and my chief said, no, it's not for this person. I obeyed and I moved forward. I kept going. I came across a madman. And my chief said yes. And I brought out my I couldn't do it on the first being Sunday. I couldn't do it, so it was yesterday I was able to go out with the money. So I brought out what I have for the first day of the month's blessing, and I gave it to this madman. He looked at me, he stared at me, he looked at me. You know what he said? You are blessed. And we left. This madman, I have been seeing him in the markets. Now, there is this fear of not giving to mad people. If I happen to want to give them, it's so scary. Like, they will grab you the next minute. You understand? Now, when I got home, yesterday, this my mommy in there that gives me the last video I posted before this one, she called me. She said, Chizzy, she has a change with me. I'm supposed to buy something for her. The change is remaining with me, about 20-something thousand. She said, Chizzy, that might change with you. Use it for transport. You can have it. I said, Ne, where am I going that you are giving me transport? She laughed. She said, you can have it if you want to buy data, if you want to. I thanked her. Last night, I got a call from my parents' landlord. My parents' landlord. Please, don't be annoyed that the video is. Sometimes you need to explain some things for some persons to understand the importance and significance of what you're saying. I got a call from my parents' landlord. Okay, their rent was due last month. I am aware. It's not like but sometimes you don't just instantly, the landlord is living abroad, so I know what is happening in the country. People are trying to, assuming he's in the country, I would have quickly tried my best. You understand my point? So when I called him last month, when the rent expired, I said, sir, please, I will pay my parents' rent next month. That is this month. He said, okay. So I got a call from him yesterday. He wanted to pass across some message to me, to my parents. You understand? You know, my parents don't use smartphone, and them abroad calling and all that. So when he passed the message, he was like, when did you say you are going to send like the rent and all that? I said, sir, they never pay me salary. I never collect salary. I never collect salary, sir. But before 25th, by the grace of God, I will send it to you. After the conversation, 10 minutes after, I got a call from someone in the UK. In fact, not a call. I heard my phone rang, message entered. I just ignored it. I said, maybe it's all this network. Or rather, I ignored it. I was tired where I was laying. I said, when I get up. 5 minutes after, I got a call. She said, have you checked your line? Did you receive it? I said, what? I looked at the WhatsApp message, and I saw she sent me 100 euro. She said, give it to your father. Ha! My father. Gloria Chizio's father. 100 euro. Which is 100,000. I said, God, is this how you walk? Is this how you walk? Now, why am I narrating all this to you? Life sometimes is give and take. Yes. When you harbor, I'm not saying you should start giving out all you. No. The little you give to people and they pray for you will open unexpected doors for you. I want to, if you can, give to. The problem with giving to mad people now is we don't even know who is mad and who is not mad. So you need to have a spiritual discernment so that you don't go about giving to the one that is pretending to be mad. Now this brings me to something. I have to teach us how to covenant your money. Like once, you covenant the money once, and then it will cover every money you're giving out to people by the grace of God, so that your money will not be used against you. You understand? So next time there is blessing attached giving to the mad. If it's food, if you cannot give them money, if it's food or water, just buy it, hand it over to them. Hand it over to them. You understand? And see by the grace of God. Now, there is one thing I want to tell people about giving. You don't go about giving with the mindset of you are like you have tied it to, if I give, I must receive. Be a giver, natural giver, but don't be a stupid giver. And also know the ground to sow on. There are some grants you sow on, they are fertile grants. They will open ways for you. Now, it doesn't mean that because you give today, God must begin to. No, it doesn't work that way. For some persons, yes, it does. You never can tell or know which giving that will break that barrier for you. If you don't take some people will come to you and say, oh, I've been following you, I've been watching you, but I've not been. And you ask them, what have you been practicing? Nothing. But they are coming to you to not tell them what to do. You have not been practicing anything on the channel, but you are coming to tell the person to tell you what to do personally. Does it work that way? Why some persons are practicing some things and God is giving them victory? In fact, there is a young man in the US. My people are abroad. At least this is something you people can access over there. When I read this young man's story, since something he has been fighting since 2007, I will make a video on that. The title of the video will be, after doing this, he had after, you understand, just watch out for the video soon by the grace of God. And there's another young lady on the community today. This lady, let me not talk much. But if you have not embraced God and nature, what are you waiting for? When you are blessed, I am blessed. Look at how you, my subscribers and viewers, are blessing me left, right, center. So it is my joy when you people progresses. Yes. I encourage you today, if you can, prayerfully, you pray over your money. If you see a madman, if you can't give them money, please feed them. It opens your way. It brings blessing, returns in multitude, in fortitude. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you. It's none other person but Gloria Chizzy. Oh, thank you.